This book is like a roadmap for anyone itching to break free from the 9-to-5 grind and forge their own path to success. With just $100 and a lot of hustle, Chris lays out how to reinvent your life, do what you love, and carve out a brand spanking new future. So grab your compass and strap in because we're about to break down the $100 startup. So tune in for the full summary. Finding ways to provide value. People often lean too much on their passion for a specific field. For example, you might love traveling to exotic countries, but unless someone is willing to pay you to do it, it's just a passionate hobby, not a business. The secret to financial success is finding the sweet spot where your passions, skills, and what people need all come together. In this zone, you'll have the enthusiasm, customers, and ability to outshine your competitors. Skill set. If you know there's a demand and you're passionate about a field, you can learn the skills you need as you go. Guillebeau calls this skill transformation. This means you use the skills you already have as a jumping off point to develop more relevant skills. By doing this, you're aligning your skill set with your business goals. Take Kat Alder, for example. She was a waitress with amazing interpersonal skills. She realized these skills could be her springboard into public relations, a field she was passionate about. Even though she had no experience, she knew her existing skills would help her start her own PR company and learn along the way. You gotta know your customers. Chris says value is created when a person makes something useful and shares it with the world. Businesses need to bring value to potential customers. To do that, you've got to really understand them. You need to get a handle on your target market's demographics. But Guillebeau thinks that the usual stuff like age, gender, and income isn't all that helpful. Instead of just focusing on those, think about the shared passions, skills, and values of your target market. These are the things that truly drive people to buy. Once you get a clear understanding of your target market, it's time to figure out if they'd actually be interested in your product. This is where market research comes in handy. Chris suggests starting by casually asking potential customers some questions. You can do this through questionnaires, surveys, or just chatting with people. Use these interactions to tweak and improve your product by encouraging your target market to point out any problems and suggest solutions. Accept customer feedback cautiously. Guillebeau highlights how important it is to know your potential customers, but he also warns that what customers say they want can differ from what they actually need. Take airlines, for example. They've been getting complaints about cramped seating for years. Some airlines tried offering more leg room for a slightly higher price, but they found out that people still prefer to fly with the cheaper, cramped competitors. So while you should definitely consider what potential customers say they want, you also need to dig deeper. Guillebeau shares a great example with Kyle Hepp, a wedding photographer. Even though wedding parties often say they don't want traditional wedding photos, Kyle takes them anyway. She understands that these photos will be valuable to the bride and groom's families, even if they don't realize it at the time. Creative marketing. Guillebeau emphasizes the importance of value when promoting your product. Many businesses slip up by concentrating too much on a product's features in their marketing. Instead, you should highlight the core benefits your product offers to customers. Think about how your product will help your customers and weave this into your marketing strategy. Focusing on core benefits lets you tap into the emotional side of purchasing, which is crucial because customers usually make buying decisions based on feelings rather than logic. So remember, it's the emotional appeal that really drives sales, not just the logical features. Marketing with a limited budget. Once you get the hang of your content, it's time to figure out how to market your ideas on a startup's budget. Guillebeau says the key to creative marketing with little money is hustling. This means getting in touch with journalists, teaming up with other companies, and writing guest posts for blogs. At this early stage, paying for advertising isn't really effective. When you're a small company, hustling tends to work better than traditional advertising. Alongside hustling, you can use a marketing tool called strategic giving. One of the best methods is word of mouth. By generously giving your product to certain customers and stakeholders, they're more likely to spread the word about it. Guillebeau shares this example of John Moorfield, an unemployed architect who set up an advice booth at a Seattle farmer's market. He started by offering advice for just 5 cents. Once people saw the value he provided, they were willing to pay full price. Launch strategy. Number 1, planning and prepping. Advertise your launch well before the release date to build anticipation within your target market. But first, you need to hustle. Self-promotion and hustling will help you build an audience excited about your product. Tell them about your product in an engaging way, highlighting its value and explaining how the launch will go down. Once you've piqued their interest, keep them hooked by reminding them of the details. Make sure your product is easy to purchase when the time comes to boost the chances of turning these interested folks into buyers. Number 2, strategize to engage. Guillebeau suggests using specific tools to get customers to buy early. You don't want them delaying their purchase, so link your product launch with a limited time low price. Keep reminding your potential buyers about the discount as the deadline nears. This little push can turn hesitation into action. Once the deal is over, don't offer the product at that price again. For example, Guillebeau launched his online business course, the Empire Building Kit, on a 24-hour train ride from Chicago to Portland. He offered a reduced price until he arrived in Portland, creating a compelling story and urgency. This strategy helped him make over $100,000 in just 24 hours, showing the power of being prepared and using urgency effectively. Number 3, cost and income. Forget debt. All you need is a laptop and a website, which will cost you less than $100. Take Shelly Vitry, for example. She kicked off her food guide business in Denver with just $28, and now she's pulling in $60,000 a year. But hey, if you need extra cash to kickstart your dream, skip the bank and hit up crowdfunding. Shannon O'Keefe scored $10,000 on Kickstarter for her craft publishing biz after banks said no. Keep those costs in check and only splash out on stuff that boosts your sales. And never stop hustling to grow your income. Keep tabs on your sales and average order prices. It's like the heartbeat of your biz. So stay focused, pals. Number 4, repeat customers are gold. Get folks coming back for more. Subscriptions are where it's at. Check this. Say you've got 400 peeps dropping $20 a month. That's a cool $100K a year, no sweat. When you're setting up your subscription service, think about benefits over costs. Gary Leff's on point. He charges a flat $350, whether he's on it for 5 minutes or 5 hours. Why? Because it's all about what the customer gets out of it. Offer a few different price options, but don't go overboard. Keep it simple, folks, and toss in a premium option. Folks love feeling fancy. Basic and premium, that's the ticket. Now let's make that money. About the author. Chris Guillebeau is an American entrepreneur, author, blogger, and speaker. You might have heard him from his famous blog, The Art of Non-Conformity, or maybe you've seen him on stage dropping wisdom bombs. Besides this book, he's also dabbled in travel guides and small business advice under the Unconventional Guides brand. He's a UW and Athens State alum and currently lives in Portland. Fun fact, he's the mastermind behind the World Domination Summit in Portland, Oregon. Pretty epic, right? Now, here's where it gets wild. By the time he hit 35, Chris had trotted through all 193 countries in the world. He is living life to the fullest. So, that was the video. Would you like to read the complete book? Let us know in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and smash that bell icon for more helpful videos. See you in the next one. Peace out.